Random. So something I want to talk about. You talked about dreaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm big. If y'all didn't know, you feel me? I'm a big dreamer. I'm big on like lucid dreaming. I lucid dreaming multiple times, and I'm big on I don't know if anybody heard of it. It's not gonna be this. I'm not gonna talk about it on this episode, but about astral projecting, and I'll expound on my astral projecting experiences and everything. You feel me?
We almost had that conversation first, man.
Yep.
I wasn't ready for it. I still ain't ready for it.
I know. I can tell. I was talking to you because you know me and you. We read people sometimes.
Random.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, bro. I wasn't ready.
Yo, what it do, man? It be that man 3D Dev. How y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And I want to let y'all know y'all tuning in to another random conversations. And shout out to my host, my co-host, JD. Bro, say what's up to the peoples, man.
What's going on, people? We're here with another random conversation, and I'm a big fan. You know, hopefully you a fan too. Let's go.
Hey, so today we're not interviewing nobody, man. So we're just having conversations. We're just talking, bro. So what's up, man? I see you looking sharp. You got the suit on. What's up, bro? What was you doing today, man?
Man, so I had a couple meetings this morning. Had quite a few meetings this morning, so I had to roll right into it. You know, when I first started, because I got career in finances, right? So random fact about me, I never liked dressing up, wearing a suit and tie. However, you know, it does look good. So random question, Dev, how you feel about a suit and tie on yourself?
Oh, random. I feel like a suit and tie is, yeah, I definitely need that. I like getting on my grown man, you feel me? So I like wearing sweaters when I need to. I like wearing suits and ties. I like wearing all that. I like switching it up, man.
Okay, roger that.
Cause I feel like you gotta be able to adapt. So you gotta be able to be comfortable in somebody else's environment, you feel me? So how you supposed to get into other rooms if you ain't able to adapt, you feel me? Man.
Thanks.
Hold up. So I want to talk about something, bro. So random, bro. So if you could be, I know it's past Halloween, but
okay.
But I have a question for you. So if you could be in any scary movie and you had to survive, what's the movie that you'd pick that you would be in? And let's say how would you survive?
So for me, I don't got a huge catalog of scary movies I can pull from right now. But for me, if I'm in a scary movie, it's not going to be much of a movie because I'm not going to do what they do in the movie. So like we watched Conjuring, or what is it, Annabelle 2 or something not too long ago. And first of all, like the girl brought her partner over. Like I never would have brought my partner over. Or if I had brought my partner over and they was acting weird, like really what happened is the girl was babysitting and her friend came over because her friend was trying to be nosy. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the movie?
Nah, I'm cool off scary movies like that.
Okay, so the girl was being nosy, and basically she just wanted to go over to the house that she was babysitting because that was the people who fight ghosts. That was their crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's just like, oh, well, what do they do this? Oh, they do that, and she was just being hella nosy. I'd have been like, bro, you can't, like, you gotta leave. Like, you doing too much. This ain't even my house. Like, you making me uncomfortable with how prying and digging you are in somebody else's business. Like, I'm just babysitting.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then as soon as she went downstairs and was like digging and shit for real, like, oh no, you gotta dip. That like we either gonna stop being partners. We like at this point you affecting my integrity and the way I carry myself and how I do my babysitting job.
Mm.
So it's like she'd had to beat it. There never would have been, Annabelle would have never came out the cage, and there wouldn't have been a movie.
In fact, I feel that. Like with me, bro. So I hear you on that one.
Yeah,
like,
how about yourself?
I'm the same way. Like it wouldn't be that much of a movie. So if I had to choose a movie, I ain't gonna choose like Chucky or something. Cause we can just kick that nigga. That's a dog. You feel me? So let me have some fun. Let me see if it's like Michael Myers. You know, he be coming back and up. He keep coming back alive. You feel me? So me, if I'm in that movie, I ain't gonna lie. I seen that nigga be coming back alive. Me and my shorty, we moving to a different state and all that. We going. I'm packing my. I don't need to be no Superman. I don't need to go fight Michael Myers. We can pack our shit up and go. This nigga be coming back alive anyway.
He do.
So the sooner I'm gone, I'm out. This nigga's not. He's not human. You feel me?
See, for me, I support the Second Amendment, and everybody encourage you to have protection, ladies as well. So I got a 40 with some nasty rip tip bullets in it, man, and it'd have been it for Michael Myers.
Hey, but he got shot with a shotgun before in the movie.
And he came back?
Yeah. I think
yeah,
I might be lying. I don't know. But
that or they got sliced Brett's head off, you feel me?
For real, you had to slice his head off. But I can't do the gory shit like that. But if I gotta protect my queen, I'm gonna do something. No, you got me fucked up.
Right.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Michael Myers. If I'm about to die, nigga, you got me fucked up. I'll stomp that nigga out.
Gotcha.
All right, so we're gonna keep it on the movie subject right now, bro. So,
Yeah.
bro. All right. So let's talk about your life, right? If you
Okay.
can name your life a movie, what would you call it?
I gotta think about that. 'Cause I want to be a good one.
Take your time, man. We ain't rushing, bro.
Okay, bet. What I name my movie? Probably Lifestyles.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle with Jay.
Lifestyle of J. Why?
The J way.
The J way.
That would be the movie.
The J way. That's that actually sound clean. The
It do
J
sound
way.
clean, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'll name it. What about you? He wasn't ready, folks.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think he's gonna say it
He
back.
wasn't ready,
He fucked me up
huh?
with that one.
Come on, don't be quick.
Okay, let me see.
So while he's thinking about that,
There we go.
as you can see, we got the Suja. This flavor right here is actually, so there's two green ones. There's a dark green and a light green. The dark green one, if this is the dark green one, I personally didn't like it that much. It was a little bit too veggie for me. However, the light green, if this is the light green one, is delicious. And I strongly recommend you grabbing that, even if it is nasty. You drink that nasty Hennessy and that nasty vodka, and to be real, almost all liquor really is nasty. Beer is nasty as well. Let's be real.
Hey, and another random fact for y'all. If you go on shopsujajuice.com and you use my code Darnell10, guess what? You get 10% off. Yeah, I said it. 10% off. So, man, get you
That's
some
like
Suja.
no taxes.
You feel me? Hey.
He paying the taxes for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look at the positive. You feel me? Look at the positive. So, to answer the question that you asked me back, bro, it would be called Journey to My Soul.
Ooh,
That would be my movie called.
that sounds like a movie that's in everybody cabinet.
That's real.
Journey to My Soul. Okay, I could see pulling up at Granny's house and I'm like, Granny, let's watch Journey to My Soul today. It's been a while.
Exactly. That's what
I
sounds
like
like a
that.
deep one. Journey to My
It
Soul.
do. So what's the storyline though?
Ooh, man, bro. Basically about I mean, I don't know, dude. You
Wasn't
fucked me
ready
up
for
with
that. He wasn't
fucked me
ready
up
for
with
that.
I'm like, damn. I was
Ah.
thinking about. I had it simple. He made it more complex, but so I'm ready for it though. You feel me? I'm charged up and ready. So
let's get it.
with me, it'll be the concept. So the reason why I call it Journey to My Soul, so it'd be like the movie be basically. Damn, you got me. I wasn't thinking that deep. But damn, it'd be basically about. So it'd be basically about a journey, me showing me my life in the outside and showing my life in the inside and how I'm joining those
Bridging
together.
that gap?
Yeah, bridging that gap together.
I love it. I'm with that.
Hey, so how? What would you like? What's the concept of your movie?
J-Way?
To J-Way.
J-Way would be the story of my life and basically how there's things that happen in my childhood as well as things that happen in my young adult life. To be honest, I wasn't always in a suit and tie, ladies and gentlemen. You feel me? Believe it or not, I used to wear fake Air Force Ones in high school. Never had a real pair of Jordans until I bought my own pair when I was working for got my first job at 17 years old. I love my folks, and they spoiled me with love, right? But on the materialistic side, whatever, no problem there. But there's a lot of things that structure the way that I think now and the way that I'm really able to, because I got a really good sense of intuition, right? We talk about this all the time, and it's like I would show basically the moments in my childhood as well as my young adult life from, working and then running around in the streets and how that experience as well as my first couple of jobs, all that experience has come together and assembled into the version of me that you see now. And just the deep insight and the deep level of intuition that I have that's been on point, not to brag or boast, but I think that's my special gift. And just how, you feel me, all that's come together, and I'll call it the J-Way, because it's a way for you to then apply these same concepts in your own life and hopefully, acknowledge the gifts that you got.
Yo, I think we got some movies on our hand, bro. I think we're gonna have to create some movies. The
Yeah,
J-Way
will.
and Journey to the Soul is coming soon. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Random.
Two-sided
Hey,
tape.
you feel me? All right, so we're gonna random switch it up, bro. So so one of my topics that I wanted to talk about today,
Yes.
and I want to talk about purpose. And that's something that I bring up a lot on my interviews and on my conversation. I usually always ask somebody about purpose, or if I don't say that word, it's still meaning that, you feel me, in some
Right.
certain way. So
Right.
my question to you and to y'all, you feel me, is like, do you feel that everybody has purpose? And if so, like, can you expound on that? You feel me?
Absolutely. So, in my opinion, yes, everybody has purpose, but I also don't feel that everybody has purpose in the way that we use the term having a purpose. So, like for us, people on our level, our frequency, and our viewers' frequency, it's like your purpose is that internal calling, right? It's that thing that you're always driving to learn more about and get to come out of you and share with other people, right? That's your purpose. Whether that's, let's say you play football, right? You're the best football player there ever was. That could be your purpose. Or you could be like Inky Johnson and now be a motivational speaker, and football was part of the process to get there, right? So I feel like everybody has a purpose, but not in that grand scheme. Some people's purpose is to just be an ant on an anthill. Some people's purpose was to be that bum that, finessed you out of $10 so they could go smoke whatever they want to smoke.
That's real.
That person is there for a reason, and that's their purpose. Now, am I telling you that if you're listening to this and you're a bum or someone people would describe as a bum, that you're meant to be a bum? You decide that. That's your choice. If you want to go ahead and take the shoes and wear them, that's on you.
For real.
Now,
facts.
if you hear that, you're like, man, I ain't no bum. You feel me? That ain't me. Okay, well, then now you've identified that isn't your purpose. But I'll tell you a story. There was, I used to work overnight at 7-Eleven, was my first job. And there was a cat named Donnie. I seen him yesterday, too. Donnie's still out, without a home right now. But what happened was I used to take care of Donnie because he was a solid dude. He didn't really smoke. He did narco sometimes, but he wasn't like a real drug person. I think he just got bone problems and things like that. I mean, he's older, right? And he would just ask me for like half and half or like a banana. It was always something on that level, right? So I always had a lot of love and respect for Donnie. And so I'm working overnight. I'm used to seeing him, and he just kind of disappears for like 2 months, right? It was like a month, maybe a month and a half. And we pulled back up to 7-Eleven. Drew, Mook, if y'all ever see this, bro, you gonna laugh. Y'all gonna remember this story. Pull back up, right? And guess who comes strolling across the parking lot?
Ooh.
Donnie. I'm like, Donnie, where you been at, man? I ain't seen you how long. What's up, bro? He comes over because we all sitting in the car just talking shit. He's like, man, we hit it big in bingo. We've been living it up in Vegas, man. Me and my guys, we had a hooker. We was blowing her out for 3 weeks straight. And I was like we was cracking up. Of course, it's super funny. Donnie's an old man with no teeth, right? So it's like, try to picture that. He still got his hair. He's skinny. He's almost dude, right? So he's like, I've been blowing her out for 3 weeks. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, Donnie, man, are you glad you did that? Cause it's like, you're back in the same position. He was like, man, if I hit it big again, I'll do it over again. He said, I've been homeless. I've been out. He said, I think he said he'd been homeless for like 10 years. He's like, I'm gonna die out here. And he made that choice. And that taught me a lot about life right there, that everybody gets to choose. And just because you choose a certain lifestyle doesn't mean you're less.
That's real.
So that's, he's living with what he feels is his choice, or maybe that's the mind frame that he's developed after a set of life experiences. That's just where he's at and chose to embrace it, right? Because I feel like it's never too late. If Donnie wanted to turn around, I feel like he could. I feel like the tools exist. You know what I mean? It's like when you start on that path, you meet people like me who'll help you, right? Because I used to give him or if I couldn't give it to him for free, I'll just pay for it. So it's like you meet people like me, then you meet another person like me, might give you a spot, and you meet another person help you get your health right, and you meet another person help you give you a little, you might just be picking up trash, but it's a little job. Then you got a little work experience. Now you get another little job. Then you get a regular job, and now you're 70 years old, but you're decent.
And I definitely want to talk about purpose some more, but when you're talking, when I was hearing about Donnie, that's the homeless dude, right?
Yep.
So when I'm hearing about Donnie and the homeless dude, when I'm thinking about purpose, for me, I look between the lines, you feel me? So for me, when I'm hearing that story, I said, oh, one of Donnie's purpose was to show you living, you feel me? Like right that moment, he's showing you he's still living, you feel me? And you took something from that, you feel me? Because you wouldn't reiterated that whole story, you feel me? You still took that, even you saying that even though he's homeless, he still went there and lived his life, you feel me? So that more his purpose is to show people to live, you feel me? You can learn something from anybody,
Facts.
you feel me?
And that kind of goes back to when I mentioned snaps on that. That's facts. Great point. Glad you pulled that out right there. But that goes back to when I mentioned that sometimes I feel like people's purpose is to be an ant on an anthill, right? What people might not realize with that expression is every single ant contributes to the growth of the colony.
That's facts.
And just like Donnie, how he's impacted my life, which is really being himself. Maybe this story clicks with somebody one day, and then it clicks with somebody, and so on and so forth. So that one little ant, yeah, it's insignificant. You might squish an ant, but even that small role that aunt plays is big in the big scheme of things.
That's real. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you feel me? You're able to see me look at this camera right now. I'm talking to a person that's been negative, that's been in their head, that's been like, you compare yourself to people. You look at these celebrities, you look at your phone, you look at IG, you look at your friends. You say like, I don't have no talents. I can't write. I can't make music. I don't know how to talk to people. I can't play basketball. First of all, stop, look in the mirror. First of all, hug yourself, you feel me? Say you love yourself. And think about this. Let's say that person is a bus driver, you feel me? That one day they're driving the bus, right? This woman comes in, she's all sad and everything. You're the bus driver, but you got a smile on your face, you feel me? You smiling and everything. You come in, as soon as the lady come in, she sees you got beautiful energy. They're like, oh, how you doing, ma'am? She's like, oh my God, I'm doing good. She's like, oh, well, I hope you're having a great day. Next you know, you have a conversation with that woman, right? You end up finding out that she has cancer, you feel me? She lost somebody, bro. You just made her turn her life around because you were that positive, that light. You feel me? So we all have purpose. So you can't just give up. You just got to keep going. You feel me? Because if you don't know what you love, you will eventually find that shit out. You feel me? So that's just to everybody out there. You feel me? Because bro, we gotta spread that love. You feel me? And I know there's a lot of people right now, especially during these times, this coronavirus times, that we're in their head, you feel me, or thinking negative. So I want to be somebody out here that lets you know, like, no, you got purpose. You feel me? You have a soul. You feel me? We, like he said, that ant on that colony, we need you. You feel me? We need everybody. Even if you're negative, we need you. You feel me?
Yep, exactly. I couldn't agree with you saying more. And just to kind of piggyback, it's a little bit in alignment with your message, a little bit of a parlay to the side, but you are what you believe. If you believe you're insignificant, the way the human brain works, I'm a scientist, but I didn't go to school for it. The way the human brain works is it's self-justifying, right? Mm-hmm. So subconsciously, I believe your brain is always looking for you to be right. So if you tell yourself that you're insignificant or you don't matter, you're going to find things in life that prove you right. Just like if you tell yourself, you know what, I do matter, I do have purpose, I can impact somebody, you will find things in life that also reaffirm that same thing. So, like you mentioned, man, the bus driver. Oh, other thing you mentioned too, like you feel like you ain't got no skills, you ain't got no talents. First of all, there's a lot of things that you've already accomplished that someone would pay to know how to do. Facts. Period. Whether it's a person younger than you, whether it's a person older than you. Sometimes people get older, but they don't grow up. So just because you feel like your own trials and tribulations was insignificant doesn't mean that it's not a skill set or there's purpose or there's value or there's a way to monetize that, because there definitely is. Let's say the bus driver, right? That bus driver might have struggled with bus driving for his first 2 months on the job. Mm-hmm. He could go back and make a training video on how he became a successful bus driver, or maybe he's been driving the bus 10 years. There's things that you picked up that other bus drivers don't know. And you could make a little tutorial video. Boom, this is how you be a bus driver. This is the tips and tricks I've learned from being in the game 10 years, right? You might be like, man, Jay, who the hell? Bus drivers ain't got money like that. They not paying for this.
That's real.
That is real. Bus drivers don't necessarily make a ton of money. However, people who own bus companies do got bread. And what if they hire your video to be their standardized training? Or maybe they hire you to come train their bus drivers.
That's right.
Or maybe now you training taxi drivers as well. Or who knows? It parlays a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So it's like, you are what you believe, and I encourage you to reach for more, man. It's in you.
Hey, it's crazy. We on to the next topic that I was going to talk about. So we're just right on track from what you were saying. It's kind of already connecting. That's that circle of life. You feel me? Shout out to Lion King. You feel me? So I want to talk about limitations. You feel me? If you don't see how that lines up. Okay. So, bro, so one thing I do got to talk about to the viewers out there, to everybody else listening, and even to myself, I feel like, first of all, I feel like that word limitation is an illusion. You feel me?
Ooh.
There's no such thing as limitation. You feel me? Only limit you put that you put on yourself. You feel me? Like you said, you are what you eat. You are what you say. Words are very powerful. You feel me? Shit is like Harry Potter out here. Y'all think I'm playing, but really look at your life. You can be like, man, I'm trying to think of an example. You feel me? Let me see. Give me an example real fast.
I'll give you one. Let's say you're somebody. Excuse me. I'll use myself as an example, right? I'm skinny. And if I say, man, I'm always going to be skinny. And if I tell myself that 20 years from later, guess what I'm going to be?
Skinny.
Just like people are overweight. And it's like, man, I'm overweight. I'm always going to be overweight. You just cast that spell on yourself.
Exactly.
But if you say, you know what, like me, I'm skinny, but you know what, I'm going to the gym this week. I've been saying this week since last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will make it a point to go this week because I'm going to cast that spell on myself. I'm going to make myself go, whether it's pulling up my little cousin with the dumbbells, whether I do make it up in 24 and get my little membership, because I'm going to choose to change. You feel me? I'm changing that. So you are what you believe in. The things that you tell yourself, look, it's like this. On a subconscious level, that means subconscious is the habits that you don't think about, right? Just like we were talking about driving one time. When you get in a car, you might not think about hitting your blinker. You might not think about your seatbelt, hitting the brakes, hitting the gas. All that is on a subconscious level because it's built habitually, right? It's a habit now. So if you believe or you think negative or you speak over yourself negatively on a subconscious level, part of you believes that, and it's going to continue to come out. It's going to continue to show.
That's real. That's facts.
I hope that clicks for you guys. I wish there was a better way I could word it.
Yeah, it clicked with me, bro. So one thing I want to talk about limitations. So I feel like a lot of people put limits to themselves. Even me sometimes, you feel me? It's so easy to go back to your old way of thinking or go back, because you feel me? It's one example I'm going to give that you told me. You know, I was telling you about something like about me being consistent with my morning routine, and I still sometimes I fall off. He's like, well, bro, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 28 years old. He's like, all right, so for how long have you been doing that, like, consistently? I'm like, about like 3 months. He's like, all right, then you're doing good, bro. You've been doing that. You've been started doing this only for 3 months, but you've been doing other shit for over like 28 years, bro. You feel me? So like when he told me that, I'm like, damn. It's like, why do we put limitations on ourselves? Why do we limit ourselves? You feel me? Why do we think so low of ourselves? When you really put shit together, we be like, damn, we be so hard on ourselves. And another example I want to give is who's gonna be our next guest. Shout out to my cousin Westside Mo. So I was having a conversation with him, right? On my show, we're not gonna really talk about politics and nothing, but I just want to bring up Biden because so my cousin and his mom, my auntie Sonia, and my cousin Logan were having a conversation. This is from my cousin. Him telling me I wasn't there. You feel me? Okay. So this is not from, I wasn't there to experience it, but just from my cousin. But anyways, they were talking about like Trump and all and Biden and everything, and then my cousin just brought up that Biden, that tax shit. You feel me? That the people that are making like over $400,000 are going to get taxed or something like that. You feel me? The people that are making more money going to get taxed. So he was just saying like that tax plan is crazy. And then my cousin Logan said something to him. He's like, well, that tax plan is only for people that's making over $400,000. You feel me? So you don't got to worry about that. And then my cousin looked at them. He said, well, actually, I am going to be making over $500,000 every year. I'm going to be making millions, so I do have to worry about that. You feel me? So at that moment, you feel me? I don't give a fuck about no Biden, no Trump, or none of that shit, no politics. At that moment, my cousin said, no, I'm not putting no limitation on this money shit. That does affect me right now. I might not have the $400,000 right now or the $500,000 or the millions in my bank, but I know it's already there. You feel me? So it does affect me, my nigga. You feel me? So he already right there didn't put limits on himself. You feel me? No limitation on himself. And when he told me that, I asked him, like, oh, so what did Auntie Sonia and Logan say? He's like, they didn't say nothing. They just looked at me and be quiet. That's facts. Like, what can you say? And I'm like, oh, they probably need to hear that. You feel me? Because that's not even trying to put negative on my auntie or my cousin or anybody. Somebody else needs to hear that so they can open their mind. You feel me? Or take their mind out of that box. But you know what? I could get $1 million. You're right. Why am I thinking on some poverty shit? Why am I thinking paycheck to paycheck? I really can do this shit. You feel me? Right. So once you start doing that, your soul starts to believe in it. And you guess what? It ain't gonna just magically appear. But guess what though? You start thinking of different ways to obtain it now. Correct. You feel me?
Correct.
Man.
And then the pieces start aligning. You start bumping into people, and it's just the whole thing changes.
Facts.
So I like to touch on that. It's two little points I'll make real quick. I think Elon Musk said, if you got a 10-year goal, challenge yourself to do it in 6 months. Right, because in 6 months, of course, you're gonna fail a 10-year goal, but the amount of growth you'll see in 6 months compared to you thinking it's making yourself or telling yourself it's gonna take 10 years, right? Now, the other thing OG told me, he said, whenever you write your dreams out, well, really, I might as well give y'all the full bust down. He was telling me to write things out, right? And for me, I've heard that before, but I never did it. And I'm like, well, I need to write things out. I think about this life every day, right? This is who I am. So am I not going to forget? He was like, let me ask you this. He was like, where does paper come from? He was like, trees. I was like, trees? He was like, all right, well, trees are alive, right? Yeah. So when you write your dreams on paper, allows them to come to life.
I never heard it like that. That's dope.
Deep, right? It was pretty deep, especially me being a nature person. Most people don't realize that. You already know, you feel me? It resonated with me tough. Like, I got a relation with the trees. And the other thing was, he told me, he said, when you do write your dreams down, he was like, don't short them. He was like, I got 2 kids, and one of my dreams is for each of them to have 2 houses in every state. He was like, that's a big dream, right? He was like, what if I only get 50% of it? He's like, they each got a house in every state. He's like, what if I only get like 10% of it? That means they each got like 10 cribs. You know what I mean? So it's like, make your dreams big, because the bigger you are, it just gives you that much more room to land on greatness.
Yo, first of all, snap. I love all that what you just said right now. You feel me? So,
and if you ain't seen the episodes, we snap when something real, you feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Anchoring that shit in, you feel me? Anchoring it in, man. So something I want to talk about, you talked about dreaming, right? So I'm big. If y'all didn't know, you feel me? I'm a big dreamer. I'm big on like lucid dreaming. I lucid dreaming multiple times, and I'm big on I don't know if anybody heard of it. It's not gonna be this. I'm not gonna talk about it on this episode, but about astral projecting, and I'll expound on my astral projecting experiences and everything. You feel me?
We almost had that conversation when we first met.
Yep.
I wasn't ready for it. I still ain't ready for it.
I know. I can tell I was talking to you because you like, you know, me and you, we read people. So I'm talking to them, I'm like, oh, my fault.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, bro. I wasn't ready. I'll be real. If you ask me, are you ready for this conversation? I probably said, nah, bro, I'm not.
I just threw that shit on you because I seen, bro, it's like a Dragon Ball Z for me, bro. It's like I read people's energy. Now I read your energy. I knew that you had high energy, so I thought I could go there with you, though. Yeah. But sometimes you just like, oh, I can't go there with you. I mean,
yeah, right. It's a yet. You feel me? It's not like I'm not going to comprehend or hear what you're saying, but it's like it's not going to resonate if the person's not ready.
Yeah. So
go ahead, though. Continue.
So the reason why I was talking about dreams, because you were talking about like writing your dreams down on the paper, you feel me? That brings them to life. So there, I remember. So I was I don't know if you ever heard of Charlie Rocket. Charlie Rocket is he used to be a hip hop manager for 2 Chainz, Travis Porter, and all that. You feel me? And then he became a motivational speaker. You know, he ended up getting sponsored by Nike. He did a lot of shit. You feel me? But anyway, he's one of my mentors who I would listen to on YouTube. And anyway, long story short, I ended up he had a dream tour going on in the Bay Area. He still got it going on all over USA right now. But he had a dream tour, right? So anyway, I got to meet Charlie Rocket. It was a great experience. But the person who I got to connect with too his name is Chris, right? And so I was talking to Chris about books and about energy and everything. So I talked about lucid dreaming. And if y'all don't know what lucid dreaming is when you're dreaming, but you're awake when you're dreaming. So you're able to control your dreams. You're able to fly. You're able to do whatever you want because you're lucid dreaming. So I was talking to him about I said, oh, bro, you ever lucid dream before? I was talking about astral projecting, lucid dreaming. He's like, yeah. He's like, but I'm not tripping on that. He's like, what I'm focused on is lucid dreaming in real life. When he said that, I said, ooh. So what he mean? I'm like, oh, what do you mean by that? He's like, well, I mean, my dreams are my life. You feel me? I'm turning my dreams to real life. So everything that I'm dreaming about in my head, I'm be doing it right now in real life. So he's like, I'm lucid dreaming in real life. And then after that, what I want to touch on is he told me about, hold on, you feel me? Hold on, I'll be right back. If you want to talk to him.
All right.
I'm tripping. My backpack was right here. You feel me? Hey, it's no script. You feel me? It's real, authentic.
You dig.
All right. So he told me about this book called Reality Trans.
You got that book from Charlie Rocket?
From his friend Chris. I didn't get it, but they told me about the book. So his friend Chris told me about this book.
Wow.
You feel me?
They told me about that thing, bro.
Man, they told me about this book. And the reason why I'm bringing this book up, because this book was just, he told me that I need to get this book. And this is what this book is talking about turning your dreams into real life, creating your dreams, understanding that you choose, you feel me? Like you create your reality, you feel me? You choose who you want to be identified by, you feel me? It's easy. You just got to allow this shit to happen, you feel me? You choose, you visualize it, you feel me? You have that faith and you just allow it to happen. But I ain't gonna lie, this book is really deep, you feel me? It's 750 pages. I am going to end up having an episode about this book when I'm done, you feel me? Because I feel like this deserves a whole episode, a whole podcast for me to really just touch on this book, because I really feel like this is a cheat code, and I feel like a lot of people need to get this book. But the reason why, bro, okay, we talked. I want to bring up this book. You feel me? It's because I feel like that is a problem going on in the world right now. A lot of people are not reading books. You feel me? A lot of people are reading the motherfucking Texas. You feel me? Reading IGs, reading stuff. I'm not knocking y'all. I'm not judging, but you feel me? Your brain is a muscle, man. We need to work that out. I'm gonna keep talking about reading, bro. So right now I'm talking about reading because guess what, bro? I looked up a fact, man, and this is crazy to even say this, man. Look it. This is a random fact. Did you know that 1 in 4 kids in America grow up without learning how to read? 80% of my fault. Rewind. 1 in 4 children in America grow up without learning how to read. That's crazy. So you're talking about 80%, and 80% of the preschool and after school programming serve lower income populations of kids. Oh my god, my fault. Anyways, my fault for butchering that. The moral of the story is that these kids ain't reading. You feel me? And then what's crazy is what they're talking about is that that there's 80% of the preschools and the after school programs at the low income places, you know, like in the hood and all that stuff, they're not providing them with books like that. They're not providing them with the age appropriate books, you feel me, for these kids to really develop and evolve, you feel me? So I just like, bruh, that's something lost. There's so many people I talk to, they talk about they don't want to read, they don't like reading. Like, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. With me, my dad had to force me to read. I used to hate reading, but bro, I got so much gain from reading, bro. I would not be who I am right now if I didn't read, dog.
Hey, man, I 100% agree with that. I'm a reader myself. It's been a while since I've been reading, and every time I link with this brother, he tells me to get this book. So I'm on Amazon. I'm about to order this shit right now. If you want to tell him what kind of book it is.
You feel me? Hey, nah, man, I'm going to talk about it later on. You feel me? This book is going away. Remember this book.
But if you want to get a heads up and really tap in, I bet you if you order this book, Reality Transurfing, I swag and I surf. Reality Transurfing, if you cop it and read it, send Dev a message, bro. I guarantee y'all going to be connected on another level.
Facts. Yeah, facts. This book. But it's one thing I will say. This book you got to be ready for. So I say if you're somebody that don't really be reading books yet.
Don't limit yourself.
Yep. Thank you for saying that. Hey, thank you for saying that. You're right. Never mind. Fuck what I was about to say. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Hey, read what you feel called to read. There are easier books to start with. That book might be a bit of a challenge. However, if you order it, you start reading this too hard, then you feel me, go backwards. I think you should always start with your ideal goal and work backwards. Right? And if you're looking for a good book to start out with, I would strongly or highly recommend. It's called The Four Agreements. Have you ever read it?
Crazy. Bro, I told everything I love. That was one of the books I'm gonna say. Yeah, that was one of my, bro. Hell yeah, bro. That's one of my favorite books.
You see that reaction? That was organic. He ain't know I was about to say that. It's random. Four Agreements go crazy. It's an easy read. It's super just, it's like it's almost like somebody's talking to you, you know, the way it's written. So it's not like, oh my God, I'm reading this book. It's like, oh, I'm really just having a conversation with the author.
Facts. Yes, I highly suggest it, especially if you don't read, get that Four Agreements, you feel me? So you can stop assuming, stop judging.
Stop taking things personal.
Exactly.
Be a person of your word.
Exactly. Facts.
It's some heat. Four Agreements is heat.
It's fire, bro. So we're talking about books, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna say a book right now, right? And then I'm gonna say the author, and then I'm gonna talk about the story. And this is a subject we're gonna talk about for a little bit, bro. I feel like it's something that we need to talk about. Bro, you feel me?
Don't let me ordering a book distract you.
Oh,
from
no, it's not.
Books.
I'm in that mode, man. I'm in that mode. But I feel like I want to put the light on this author, on this woman, on this queen. You feel me? So first of all, her name is Sophia Stewart.
Okay. And what book she wrote?
And the book that she wrote is called The Third Eye Matrix. And you know what's crazy about that book, bro? That book, after that book, they made The Matrix and The Terminator. They made a series off of her book. And guess what they did, though? Warner Brothers took that book from her, you feel me, and made a movie from that, you feel me? It wasn't until 2003 that it even finally got in court, you feel me, and they were talking about the shit, you feel me? And it wasn't until motherfucking, 2015 until she finally got her money and everything, you feel me? It's like, yo, this is a sister, you feel me? African-American, melanin rich sister who really created The Matrix and The Terminator, bro. They made millions and millions and billions of money off the Oscars and all that.
What's even crazier is on our end right now, the show's not shooting live, but we got feedback in here, and when he started talking about that, the feed just went.
That's crazy.
It glitched out. You seen it?
That's some Matrix shit.
Crazy, but the good thing is everything's still recording, so we still right on track. That's crazy though.
That's crazy. How
Shout
you feel
out to
about
that sister?
And how you feel about that though? How you feel about hearing that story though? Ain't that crazy how they stay taking shit, bro?
Yeah, it is crazy, and it's a little discouraging. But it's like I've heard that story through, not that specific story, but that's happened to us in history so many times. It's like part of me is like, all right, what else is new? Not to discredit the fact that you taught me something just now, but it's like, damn, they, you know what I'm saying? They
Did it again.
They did it again, you feel me? But it's like, at the same time, that also means like, all right, so I don't know if you guys ever seen my podcast. It's called Secrets of the Winning Mindset. The number one technique is you always ask yourself, how can I? So I'm hearing that, I'm like, okay, how can I protect my intellectual property to make sure that if somebody runs off with it, they owe me my cheese? Cause it's cool, run off with the game. That's why I put it out there. But I need my on a business tip, I need my chips, right?
Yo, I got Snap. Hey, bro. Hey, dog, did y'all hear how he was just listening until he was really listening? That's somebody that's paying attention. That's aware of the signs of the universe. You feel me? I told him a story about Sophia's story, but guess what? He still understands that was still connected to him. You feel me?
Damn.
That's a different type of awareness that he has, man. So shout out.
I peeped that. Thank you. That's a compliment. I received that. Thank you, my brother.
Bro. Yeah, bro. I see you, man, bro. Like I said, he's a Super Saiyan. You feel me? I see you, man. Level it up out here, bro. So something else I want to talk about, man. I'm over here, like I'm over here looking at the notes, like.
And you know what? You open to some feedback, fam.
Yeah.
You might want to write a little slower when you do your notes, because I don't know if you can read all your stuff. Can you read it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, my bad then. Because y'all can't see the paper kind of sloppy.
Yeah, it's chicken scratch.
The only reason why I say that is because I did it to myself before.
Yeah.
And I wrote my notes so fast that when I went back and tried to get them real quick, I couldn't read them right.
I feel you.
And I had a moment similar to when you were trying to read a statistic earlier.
Oh, yeah, you're right, though. You're right. So let me take the ego out, though. You're right, though. So I do need to slow it down a little bit, though.
It's all good, brother. I'm not shooting at you.
Oh, no, ain't no shooting, but I need to hear it, bro.
Okay.
I need to hear it, dog.
It's an example for all the young brothers out there. You feel me? When your fan, just like whenever he kicked me some game, trust me, my antennas is on and engaged.
Yeah.
So when your family, especially, people who care about you, try to give you some feedback, most of the time they're probably not shooting at you. You just feel like they are. So it's a post that went around I saw on Facebook that people respond to what they feel you said as opposed to what you actually said, right? So I know it's off track, but a lot of times, like if somebody tell you something and I just order my book, Reality is Transurfing, I just order mine, you see that confirmation, thank you, order been placed with the email confirmation. But a lot of times I feel like people respond to what they feel like you said as opposed to what you actually said. So thank you, my brother, for not being that way.
Yeah, no problem, bro. So, man, right now, we about to get a little deeper right now,
Let's
bro.
get it.
So, one thing I feel like that's going on, a problem that's been going on with our, you feel me, our community, you feel me, our race, you feel me, it's been going on for a while. One thing I got to talk about is us not having unity, and I feel like the unity is very inconsistent. It lasted for a little minute for Black Lives Matter, or when somebody gets shot, it's never like, I'll give an example, even with my family, you feel me, like a lot, like when a big family come together, it's only for a funeral or a baby shower. You feel me? It's not never like something like consistent like that. Like with my family fun, we have family functions, but I'm talking about a big, you feel me? So, bro, I feel like that same thing with our race, you feel me? Only time we talk about something is, let's say, Obama getting elected, you feel me? Kamala Rice getting elected, or somebody getting shot, you feel me? It's like, when we gonna have unity consistent, you feel me? It's just like, yeah, something happened. Oh, we're gonna do a Tuesday blackout. Only Tuesday we gonna buy shit from Black-owned businesses, you feel me? What's up to unity? So what I want to talk about right now is a plan they've had implemented. I don't know if y'all ever read it, but it's called the Willie Lynch letter, you feel me? And the Willie Lynch letter talks about how it has the colorism going on, how it has a light skin versus dark skin, you feel me? It talk about about the celebrity shit, you feel me? How we're being like slaves through the sport industry, you feel me? Through the entertainment, you feel me? Selling our soul, you feel me? It's just like not being unity, you feel me? And it's crazy how they showed that, how he made that book, a slave owner made that book years ago, and it's shit's still going on right now. That's another book I really feel like everybody, honestly, especially if you Black, African American, melanin rich, whatever you want to call yourself, especially if you that African, whatever, man, you need to get that book, that Willie Lynch letter. It's a small read, but bro, man, I read that book in high school, and it just like, I'm so thankful for my dad for putting me up on game and reading that, because when I be looking at times now, I'm like, bruh, it's still going on. You feel me?
Yes, it is. It's live and in effect.
R.I.P. to King Von too. You feel me? Niggas are
Rest in
still
heaven.
getting people still getting killed over dumb shit, man.
Still, and there's a lot of things that you just touched on right there. So for one, the thing that as I've been, people claim to wokeness, this and that, but what I'll say is when I realized the kind of truth of the system. Of course, I hate it. Our people are a victim of it. But the other thing that I couldn't help but I'm gonna be real about is I had to admire the level of geniusness that these dudes executed on us. You know what I'm saying? The level of depth. Because the fact is, a lot of black people, we don't even want to know our history. Like Roots. You seen Roots?
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't want to watch Roots. They like, oh man, that thing pisses me off too much, or it makes me mad, it makes me this. And you push it away. And don't get me wrong, I get mad too. I get in my feelings too. But it's like I make myself watch it because I have to know my history. And it's like they've divided us so much, and they've planted a seed so well that we reject our own history.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And when you don't know your history, there's a lot of game that you can't apply, and it just allows your seeds to continue to be oppressed. And it's like the whole light skin versus dark skin thing. That's another way for us to we divide ourselves. Like that's corny, bro. Corny, bro. But it's like we've popularized, and there was a part of me when I was younger, I popularized it too. I felt like light skinned dudes was this and that, dark skinned dudes was this and that. Like, so what if certain characteristics are coincidentally right? But it's like you can find an example of everybody being soft regardless of what race they are, everybody being hard regardless of what race they are. So it's like, I'm so sick of us being divided, but I'm also at a place where I'm like, all right, I'm glad you brought it up though. So this isn't at you, but I'm at a place where I'm about the solution. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people want to complain and like, oh, this and that. Like, all right, well, what are we going to do about it? And then they're quiet. So my answer to that is I lead by example. You feel me? Like if I see a brother on the street and I like his kicks, I'm going to tell him that. If he look clean, hey, bro, you dipped today, bro. And I ain't going to make it, you feel me, weird or, I'm straight. No offense to people who aren't. But I'm going to just be genuine. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
real.
Another thing I notice is like if I see a black dude, if I'm about to walk past another black dude, right, if you're my age or, close to my age, I have the thought like, damn, is this dude going to be mugging me? Is he going to be tripping on me? Do I got to, you feel me? Do I got to mug him back? Do I got to look soft by smiling at him? And there's this whole chain of thoughts that happen, right? But had a white man walk down that same street, I have none of those thoughts. And I had to notice that with myself. And I'm like, damn, why am I treating my people like this? I'm like, man,
That's
fuck
real.
that. I'm not doing that no more.
I go through that same shit too, bro.
And I decided to move past it. I'm like, you know what? Oh, well. And it's like for people, and I tell people this too, like hip hop idolizes. Like I was in the car on this subject earlier. I was listening to Speaker Knockers, right? And the song is called Erica Kane. There's a line there. He says, you get popped for trying to prove something. And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like I see I can acknowledge, we all want to feel powerful, right? And we all want to be able to feel like we can protect ourselves no matter what, or that we're in a position that we can have basically other people protect the people we care about. And I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's what the United States military does, right? It defends the country, and we are proud of that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having pride in protection. However, he said, you get popped for trying to prove something like, all right, you want to be hard, I'm going to kill you. And Speaker Knockers got killed by gun violence. A lot of rappers who rap like Pop Smoke, man, he talks about drilling people all the time.
King
Rest in
Von
heaven.
did too. Rest in peace, though.
Talk about drilling people all the time, and they get smoked.
That's real.
So it's like, and a lot of times in these songs, like we talking about drilling folks, it's always, bro, I'ma kill niggas. Like, why are you talking about killing us? You feel me? That's like, I'm at a place where I'm like, bro, it bothers me, man. And it's not like I'm not telling people who make music not to rap about your real life, because there's a lot of that stuff that is very real and it is going on. But my suggestion, or I guess my suggestion is, you don't have to emphasize the worst parts all the time. And it's like, if there's only Hennessy bottles, if nobody's showing Suja, it's like, what the hell are these kids gonna get, bruh?
Facts.
And guess what? The kids is our elders. Shout out Brother Coon. The kids are our elders. That's why I don't trip off wearing my suit. That's why I don't trip off of articulating. That's why I don't trip off of using words that might not be part of your typical vernacular.
Exactly.
Hey, because guess what you got? The answer to that word right here in your hand. You better Google that thing.
Or act serious. You already know it.
Man, did you say logistics? Did you give me that word the other day?
No, I think that was John.
John said logistics, and I googled it on the spot, didn't I?
I think so. I'm not sure, bro.
Well, somebody said logistics, and I heard that word so many times that I really didn't know. I had an idea what it meant, but I didn't know. So I took the time and I looked it up right there. But I know we got sidetracked. But man, yeah, the whole divide and conquer thing is very real. And the best way to unify is to be an example of unification yourself.
And one thing I gotta say is that's why I brought up this talking about it. If you feel me, because it's a solution right now. I'm bringing up a book, letting y'all know y'all can do your research. You never know, that's gonna be a seed for somebody.
Facts.
You
That Willie Lynch book is real talk, man. Because if you're not aware of the tools that are used to oppress you, guess what you're gonna be?
Man,
you're gonna be a victim.
Exactly, you about to be getting oppressed.
You're gonna be a victim. So.
And one thing I just had to say real fast, because I know we talked about the artists that are rapping about this, you feel me? But I want to talk about the artists that are rapping about it, but they got that balance. So let me shout out, since we're in Sacramento, let me shout out Mozzie, because Mozzie might be talking about catching body, but he still puts you on game. He still got uplifting song. He's still talking about putting his granny, getting his granny, and then before she passed away, you feel me? RP to your granny. But you feel me? And then even like Dave E still give game, you feel me? If you want to go back, Jadakiss, DMX, you feel me? They may talk about catching bodies, but still got that balance, you feel me? There's a lot of rappers these days that are just talking about killing bodies, but they're not talking about no balance. They're not talking about no positive shit to uplift people. They're just telling these kids just catch these bodies. They're not talking about, oh no, bro, I had to protect myself. That's the reason why I'm rapping about this. There's a lot of artists that are really are from the hood, and they really had to protect themselves, you feel me? Because they seen their homie get smoked. They seen their dad get smoked, you feel me? They been in a drive-by, so they gotta stay protected. They're like, man, I'm not about this violence, but I'll be damned if I'm about to lose my family or I'm gonna lose my life. You feel me? So there's a difference between those. It's different, and I feel like a lot of artists that do talk about that shit and they're not like that balance. It's probably somebody faking. You feel me? Yeah. There's some that are real about it, but you know the ones that be faking it. You feel me? Like, man.
And those who really live that lifestyle encourage people not to get involved.
Exactly.
They really do. They tell you, hey, stay straight, fly straight, stay out the pen, because that's not the place you want to be at. Like my big cousin Squeeze, man, he put me on a lot of game because I know he's really been in that life, and it's crazy because whenever I'm with Squeeze, he's trying to lace people up. And it's like, damn, they not listening, but this brother got way more resume and way more stripes than you do. So it's like you idolize people in that lifestyle, but then when somebody in that lifestyle try to kick you that real game, you reject it. It's just crazy.
That's real.
It's crazy.
Hey, so we're gonna switch it up to it. Even though that's still what we're talking about was still positive. You feel me? It has some negative, but it's still positive.
Yeah.
You feel me?
If it's cool, I got to shout out somebody I recently got put on. You heard of Larry June?
Yeah, hey, it's healthy. Shout out to Larry June.
Larry June go crazy, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna talk. That's crazy, bro.
He be talking about reading in his raps, sipping tea in his raps,
man,
Larry money too at the same time. Bro, I was slapping him on the way over here.
Yo,
man.
bro, I've been listening to Larry June, like, bro. I honestly just got on listening to Larry June, but like this past 2-3 weeks, bro, just been listening to them like all day, bro. So it's crazy that you said that, cause bro, what I put in the universe in my manifestation, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it right now. So what I put in my manifestation notebook was that me and Larry June are gonna be partners in like a green juice or smoothie company or something like that, and we're gonna do like a mixtape together. You feel me?
Wow.
We're gonna do some type of partnership. You know, it's crazy. And guess what? When I interviewed, so I do this random interviews with strangers. You feel me? On my IG or YouTube, check it out. So I did an interview with Kiana. And tell me why when I seen her, she has a healthy shirt on. Healthy Larry June, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's Larry June. So I'm seeing, I'm like, that's crazy because I've been talking about that. And then before we do an interview, somebody yells out, like, Larry June, like, to her, you feel me? So just confirmation universe, just, I'm like, yo. So the fact that you bought Larry June, just let me know. Everything's coming to life. The signs be real. You to check out the signs the universe be trying to give you. Sometimes you want to ignore them, but man, don't ignore them because the universe is trying to talk to you. Message. So one thing I want to talk about before I wrap up the show, you feel me? First of all, this has been an episode 3. It's been a great show, bro. I've been loving the show today, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. You're a fire co-host, bro. So I appreciate you, dog.
Mutual.
So one thing I want to talk about is meditation. So I feel like meditation is something very important. It's not going to be the only time I talk about meditation. I'm going to talk about things multiple times. They talk about this negative shit multiple times. So let's talk about this positive shit multiple times.
Can I hop in there real quick before you bust it down?
Go ahead.
So, there's a reason why I want to put this in front of before he busts it down is because when some of us, we hear meditation, we feel like we know meditate or that's not for us, right? And someone asked me, like, do you meditate? I was like, no, I don't meditate. And then she was like, well, I think she asked me, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you're more up on this than me. She was like, well, do you ever just sit and reflect and think about things that you've done or the way you do things? I'm like, yeah, all the time. Mm-hmm. She's like, then you meditate.
Yep. There's different forms of meditation. You can meditate cooking. You can meditate while gardening. There's different meditations.
So is it fair to say that meditation is whenever you just kind of intentionally think about a thing or something that you've done, or like a thought process, or you're just really intentionally in deep thought?
Yep, and into yourself. You feel me? You're into your soul. You feel me? Like you said, in that deep thought. But with this, so there's multiple meditations. You feel me? So one thing.
So apply meditation to whatever your way of meditating to whatever he's about to say.
Exactly. And like I said, there's different meditations. So with me, I meditate. I'm not going to lie, I didn't meditate this morning, but I try to meditate every morning for at least like 30 minutes. Sometimes it might be 20 minutes, but I'm trying to make sure it's 30 minutes. But when I'm on my shit, it might be an hour sometimes, you feel me? But anyways, I meditate. So what I do, you're probably like, how do you meditate? So me, how I meditate is I wake up in the morning. I might go to a nature scene, or I might just meditate in my car or go somewhere in the room. You feel me? You go sit down. On YouTube you can see it. You feel me? I put my hands like this. I close my eyes. I do my deep breath. You feel me? And I center myself and I focus on my breath. You feel me? Because when I'm focusing on my breath, because you're still gonna be thinking shit. You feel me? It's not like it's just don't go blank instantly. You're still gonna be thinking shit. You feel me? But you're aware of your thoughts. You feel me? So you just focus on your breath and you just calming your thinking down. And then the longer you do it, you feel me? Once you in like 15 minutes in, you feel me? You see them thoughts, you're aware of them, but you're no longer indulging them thoughts. Them thoughts just go past. And next thing you know, you feel me? You just hearing the birds, you feel me? Especially if you're outside in nature, you just hearing it and you can come in peace, you feel me? And then one reason why I feel like meditation is big, because a lot of people don't know themselves, you feel me? That's the problem why people be killing each other. That's the reason why all this ignorant, all this other shit be going on. A lot of other shit, not just going on a race. A lot of shit is because people don't know who the fuck they are. So people are not treating somebody how they want to be treated because they don't know who they are. And I feel like meditation really helps you into yourself, you feel me? So let me talk about some fun facts about meditation. I did my research too. It reduces stress, you feel me? If you stressed out, if you meditate even 15 minutes a day, you feel me? Man, I bet you feel me? And go to that little traditional 15 minutes where you go to somewhere where you got some quiet, close your eyes, deep breathing. You don't got to do crisscross applesauce. You can sit regular, you feel me? Just do your deep breathing, you feel me? Because it helps you, it reduces stress, because you understand that stress is self-inflicting, you feel me? You stressing yourself out. You're making yourself stressful, you feel me? Not your kids, not your job, not that you're making yourself stressful. You have way more control than you know. And another thing that is talk about is controlling anxiety, you feel me? You feel me? It controls anxiety and it promotes emotional health, you feel me? You have more control of your emotions. It enhances your self-awareness and man, it generates more kindness, you feel me? Because you're just more in tune, you feel me? So I really highly suggest people to meditate. And like he was talking about, there's different forms of meditation. So you can meditate while you're cooking, you can meditate while you're working out. That's a different form of meditation, but I highly suggest, I feel like everybody need to do that traditional. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, but I do feel like people, bro, if y'all can go on IG, if y'all can go on YouTube, if you can watch TV, if you can listen to music, why can't you sit to yourself for 15 minutes? Just for 15 minutes? You can't sit by yourself for 15 minutes and not use no technology? That's what I'm talking about. 15 minutes every day, you feel me? Just do a 30-day challenge. 15 minutes of meditation every day, you feel me? And bro, if y'all got my IG, and let me know how it hit the comments on YouTube if you do it, or go on my IG and let me know the difference of your life of you just meditating 15 minutes of every day, you feel me? It's a challenge. Let me see if you can do it.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to touch on is with people who have challenges or set goals or things like that. Sometimes 30 days is like a big thing, right? Now, first of all, don't limit yourself. Definitely can do 30 days. But if you feel like that's a big deal, right? Or if you're the type of person who you feel like you're a perfectionist, right? And you feel like if you can't do all 30, you're a failure. Which we're going to have to make a topic for another one, because there's definitely some game I can lace you with that to help you shift your perspective on that. But what I will say is if you start meditating, right, and you meditate more than you used to, that's a win.
Facts.
So if it's a week and you meditate 4 out of 3 days or 4 out of 7, that's a win. And just rock with that. You might not hit all 30 this month. That's cool. But you did it more than your last 30.
That's real.
And that's progress. And we celebrate baby steps.
Hey, and I got to say thank you for saying that, you feel me? Because I'm definitely not saying, oh, if you don't do a 30-day challenge, you're weak. Hey, honestly, I'm happy if you do one day out of 30-day challenge. Because guess what? That's one day you never did in your life. You feel me?
Let's go.
Man, hey, snap to that, bro. So we're gonna end it on that note, man. Once again, dog, I appreciate you, bro. We had a
Beautiful.
fire episode, you feel me? This was another random conversation. This was episode 3, you feel me? So put some likes on there, put some comments on there. If you like it, share it, you feel me? Let's get the word out about this random conversation because it's our time, baby.
Yeah, and how about you comment some random topics that you would like to hear on the show? Run that.
Hey, real talk. And if you didn't know, I love you, but you need to love yourself, man. And what I keep saying, it's all about growth. So stay evolving, fam. Yay.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's just dope.
Let's go. That's what's up, bro.
And we feed off each other well, too.
Yes, we do.